everyone, and welcome back to the return of the Obra Dinn. This is episode 3. Last time we made progress through multiple chapters. We have identified many a people. We're not even a quarter of the way through, I will say. Actually, no. We are exactly a quarter of the way through. There are 60 people and we have solved 15 fates in total. So we're actually a quarter of the way through solving this mystery. I've got me ribbed turtleneck on and me fisherman's beanie, and there was to be an eye patch involved, but then I could not see shit. So instead we've opted for a glass eye. Still can't see out of it being glass and all, but it's a bit more visually appealing, if you get my drift. Get it? Drift? Because we're out on the ocean. Alright. Let's get back into the return of the Obra Dinn. We have many a chapter to explore. I believe that the last one we were doing was Unholy Captives. No, it was The Calling, and we were out at sea. The last one that we did was, The Calling, which means, in terms of this book, if I can get to the chapters, we have now explored all of the ones that are available to us except for Escape and Loose Cargo. Loose Cargo is on the cargo deck, believe it or not, and Escape... Oh, hang on, wait a minute. We can actually explore the bargain chapter in the lazarette. Okay. The bargain chapter is open to us. Oh no, we've done Escape. It's bargain. Bargain and Lost Cargo. Okay, I'm going to assume that Lost Cargo is going to be the one that we will be checking out, considering bargain is supposed to be closed off to us. However, that being said, we can explore the lazarette now. In this Lost Cargo chapter, it's just on the cargo deck. I'm not sure what else we've got with that in mind, but let's open up some doors, shall we? It's got to be something. I know that there's one clue in here that we've already done. So we've done that. We've done the bones over the other side. And I'm pretty sure I went into all of these rooms, but we are going to give them another once over. Just to make sure. Oh, here it is. Gotcha. I saw the stinking flies. Oh, hang on. My game's gone windowed mode. Crushed by the barrel he was. Hello? Gotta love the music of this game. It's... Oh, there you are. You've been crushed. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Oh, damn, that is an unfortunate one. I always love it. There's people being like, what the hell? Ah, yes, this man, Mr. Barrel Roller, one of the firemen. Okay. If he's down on the cargo deck doing cargo-related activities, we may be able to identify him based on job position. Hey, I know you. I know you. Okay, there we go. It begins. It begins. Loose Cargo. The corpse was moved post-mortem. Okay. An unidentified stowaway expecting free passage and eventual freedom was instead crushed inside a falling barrel. Interesting, but hold on a minute. Yes. Because I was looking at this and I'm like, wait a minute, what? You're not a stowaway. Okay, so there's someone in like the barrels themselves that died, and then someone was crushed. I think this is one of the... Actually, I don't know. Because this is the first chapter of the story. This is the beginning. Back where it all began. All right. Dun dun.
Wait! No!
Timber! Alright, there you go. So both of these deaths happen simultaneously, which makes sense. Okay. Should be able to identify these people based on their what work they're doing. There you go. Probably the easiest chapter in terms of who did what. It was an accident. Now, who is this person? I do not know, but they mentioned the Orlop deck. Because I think this is the whole Russian crew, if there do be multiple Russians. Multiple Russians. You can at least have your death. So, you were crushed by cargo. Yeah. Crushed by the cargo. I now believe we find ourselves in proper investigation time. This is it. This is where we need to start piecing things together, because we've unlocked every single chapter except for Bargain. This is new.
Oi! You in there somewhere? Storm's coming!
Ooh.
Finish your business and climb down here!
Oh, wow. Okay. I was like, this is new. Well, me business will not be concluded for some time there. You're gonna have to wait. Oh, this is cool. I find whatever that is to be so curious. Do you reckon that's the, like the object or something that was in the chest? Because it seems like that visual effect could be seen in the coaling chapter as well. Well, if we go down, what happens? I guess it could end the game, right? I'm sorry, I cannot end me business, for I have multiple corpses to identify. Oh, this is gonna be the interesting thing. So, this unknown seaman succumbed to a tragic illness. I think it's time to start going through our chapters, bookmarking people, and finding out who they are. So this person is only in one memory because they're at the beginning, and then they die really early. I might do what the game has done for us and try and work ourselves backwards and do a process of elimination that way, because it's going to be harder to identify the people right at the beginning that are just die. So, let's have a look. Captain Robert Wirral shot himself. This unknown soul was clubbed by Captain Robert Wirral. Now, there are in 14 memories, and they are very hard to deduce. But if we bookmark, we can now go through and we can see everything. on this person. So let's take a look. They were present on the gun deck. I reckon people of similar, like, job or position are quite likely to be hanging out together. So this was an unknown soul, and this is the guy that was clubbed by Captain Robert Whitterell. Now, if these 5 are hanging out together, and they're usually seen on the top, it is quite possible that they could be top mans. They could be top mans. Or they could be midshipmens. There's 2. Persia, Scotland, China. Oh, well, I guess in terms of the... Like, these are just going to be... 1, 2, 3, 4. Because these were the ones that were doing, like, translations for the royalty. There's another one. So it seems we've already got Alfred Klestel. We could probably figure out who his mate is. Okay. Need to focus on one at a time. So he was present here. He was also present in the rigging. Oh yeah, we were thinking about this, weren't they? So a bunch of people were present for this. I need to go to the glossary. So who are the people that were responsible for these? Yeah, in the sails and rigging, the top man, higher rated seaman specializing in work above the deck in the sails and rigging. So if we it'd be really nice if you could enter the memories from these pages instead of having to go to the corpse itself. But let's go to this corpse, which I believe is this one. Yeah, it is this one. We're gonna enter a memory. Soldiers of the Sea, Part 1 of 8. Now, I need to know who are up here. So that'll be one of our Chinese top man. I guess this one also will be, and so will this guy. Oh, you know what? This might be... I don't know what the tattoos make me think he might be the Persian one. Maybe? Who are you? Interesting, okay. Alright, I reckon this is the Scottish one. Alright, ready? I think this guy is our Timothy Butement, a Scottish topman. I reckon that that's him. This guy. Ah, nice. Leonid is a top man. He's up there, and he's the one that's up here, right? I feel much more confident in that case. We just have to wait for it to get ticked off. So I reckon we've got Timothy. That's Leonid. Now, in terms of the others, because there's many, I need to think about the ones that are up here. if they're all up here, they've all got to be the topman, you know? And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I think this guy is our Persian topman. I think what our problem is as well, that is very interesting, is if we haven't got 3 correct, then the game does not proceed by confirming these fates, which means we've done multiple and it means those 3 are not right, which kind of sucks. Or it could be New Guinea, but that would be me just guessing. Could just be guessing, you know? I feel like he might be the Persian one. Was he torn apart by a terrible beast? Perished in the doom. This was the one that was in half. He was definitely torn apart by a beast. So I feel pretty confident in that. Who else was present here? Who's that? Oh, actually, hang on a minute. Who's that? They look dead. That might be our Persian, actually, but I can't get down there to zoom in and identify this person. And I don't see. Yeah, hang on. Wait a minute. This person is in 7 memories. I think this is actually our Persian. However, are they dead in that situation? They look. Are they hanging off there and dead? If they perished in a memory, they disappeared. Disappeared in the doom. 7 wayward souls disappeared during the events of this chapter. Well, what we see is that he's hanging off the mast. And you can't. Could you then potentially look at the map of where this person is located in this chapter, like where we are, and then guess that area? You know? We're straight up trying to guess the triple triangle threats too. So in this chapter, the location is here. Where is the... Oh, I guess what we need to do is we need to go to here. So it's the Canary Islands, where Murder, the Calling, and Unholy Captives all take place, and Soldiers of the Sea. This all takes place there. So it is quite possible, given that, if he's disappeared, that Omid is alive at the Canary Islands. If he's disappeared. But they are like, it could have fell off the rigging to his death as well. But then if he did, it's potential that he like fell into the water. If he's hanging from the mast there. I guess we'll put alive in the Canary Islands. The game is not telling me that it's correct though. And if this one's a top man, he's got to be the New Guinea one. I say gotta be, but it's a guess. Is he? I don't think that this would be an English fella, you know? I just don't see that being true. I reckon that dude, that Scottish guy is definitely the Scottish guy, because look, he looks Scottish. Timothy. It's just the fact that I'm not sure about any of the Chinese top men. The one that was electrocuted. The problem that we face with this is we can do a process of elimination on whichever one he could be, and then the game could go, "You're so clever," and then congratulate us. But we don't know. Huang Li. Put the names there. We can see if it says correct, but it hasn't done it for any of them, which is crazy. So we're just going to do unknown. The funny part about this is that means that a lot of the ones that we have in this book right now are wrong. Unless the game's... I'm pretty sure every time we get 3 fates correct, the game says congratulations. So right now, I want to see how many complete ones we have so we can see how many are potentially wrong. Okay. Let's see how many we've got filled in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we've got 6. And that means that at least 4 of them are wrong. And I feel like for the most part, we've got the deaths right. This guy was definitely clubbed. Maybe he wasn't clubbed. That could be it. That could be it. He might have died in a different way. But he looks like he was clubbed in the head. Or was he axed in the head? I'm going to have to go back to this memory and see. This is the thing. I'm like, hey guys, let's jump into a memory and go and check this out. And then we hone in on someone else and we're like, wait a minute. All right, well, all of these guys have got to be top men. Top men. So we're putting them all in top men for now. Because they're currently unknown. And I feel like I'm trying to resist being put in a situation where I just look at them and try and do a process of elimination. I guess especially now. I don't think we need to do that right now. We can do that later, you know. If need be, if we're that desperate to do that. Let's leave the memory. Let's leave the memory. And let's see if we can nail down this Scottish bastard. So, yeah, at least 4 of them are wrong right now. Out of the 6 that we've tried to confirm. The only way that we'll know if we've got 2 right is if we get a 3rd one correct. Now, me personally, this feels like a clubbing, you know, a blunt object to the head. This does feel like a clubbing. Because you cannot be struck by anything like that. And and he was not axed. Definitely not. So he was definitely clubbed. I feel pretty confident in this one. But the problem is you can never tell until you have more pieces of the puzzle. This person was knifed. But we do not know who this person was. There were so many people on the cargo deck here. I'm waiting for my, like, breakthrough. I'm waiting for my breakthrough. Only problem is, it's a tough one. That's for sure. On the cargo deck, on the gun deck, on the main deck. Well, this one's interesting because we don't know what the deal is necessarily in terms of how this... They were killed by firing range. Unless they were drowned. But then it still says drowned by someone. I don't know if they were shot and then dropped into the ocean. But... they were shot. I like that it has arrow, actually. I don't think that's come up. That would be crazy if that was the correct one. Well, I guess someone's responsible, right? Because I can't pick death by firing line. Okay, well, I think this guy here he's one of our top men. He's one of our top men. And he's either Lewis Walker or Nicholas Botterill. I'm pretty sure he's of the English variety. But again, that's us laying down a name here and us not getting confirmation. The only ones that would be up in the rigging would be Topman, right? Pretty sure. I don't feel smart. I do not feel smart. I do not feel smart. Oh boy. Get me out of this. Get me out of this memory. God damn. Have I identified this person? Yeah, this is our first mate. I wonder if my second... Well, we've got second mate and first mate confirmed. I wonder if we've got our third and fourth mate the wrong way around. The longer this investigation goes on for, and the more that we forget about certain characters, the harder this is going to get as well. I think what's very interesting about a game like this is a game that requires a lot of brain power and thinking time, like a tremendous amount of actually like thinking, connecting dots, like a lot of detective work, and I think what makes this very challenging for a Let's Play experience with commentary is the fact that there is a big portion of my brain that has to go into commentary and the self-aware nature that you exist, you know, and I've got to talk to you while I also have to figure this thing out. And you know, we can't shall we'll change the premise of this whole Let's Play into me putting a board up here with everyone's pictures, and we'll red string everything, and you'll just watch an episode of me doing this and going, and it'll all be in here because I'll be thinking. Terrible, man. Terrible. God damn. I feel like a big old dummy. So let's see. What have we put in here? I feel so right about this, but I also felt so right about the Omid situation, that this guy could potentially be one of the English topmen and not the Scottish one. Oh man. Maybe I should try and go down the line by, like, importance. So they perished in Escape, Part 5. And was clubbed. Oh, and you were clubbed by this guy. This guy's got to be important. He's, like, right next to him. But he's definitely a top man. He's a top man. What if he's the Scottish one? He could be the other English one. There's two English ones. There's part of me that's holding on to, like, that little bit of hope that, like, I get one right, and then it goes, congratulations, you've got 3 fates correct, and then I can wipe them off my list. If this guy's like Lewis Walker, actually, what makes this really interesting is we should be able to knock these two off the board if we can identify them, because they're both related to each other. That if this guy was clubbed, he was clubbed by one of the top men. Okay, is he Nicholas Botterill? Is this guy Nicholas Botterill? No. Then this guy must be the Scottish one. Is this guy definitely John Davies? Or is he the third mate? Have I mixed up my mates? See, this is what I'm talking about. Now I can't even remember who me mates are anymore. Can't even remember who me mates are. I think I've mixed them up. All right, I know that I'm approaching this wrong. But also, this is why I'm not in sort of detective work. This is why I'm not a police detective, and this is why I will never be. This is why I'm not in that line of work. Because I'll never... I will never do it. I'll never be able to do it. Actually, you know what? In the Doom, right? This, in the disappearances... Considering we're in the middle of a fucking... Considering we're in the middle of a Kraken, like, attack, there's no way that these disappearances get out alive. They've all got to be dead. We last see this guy, like, hanging from the rafters. I reckon that he's... he didn't fall... He wouldn't have fell from the rigging to his death because his body would be on the ship. Which means he had to have gone overboard. And he would have drowned. But, like, the fact that it specifically says by an unknown attacker, I guess there would have to be someone that would be responsible for the drowning. And I guess you would refer to it as the beast. That what's killing me is we're filling in so many of these and the game is not telling me well done. It's not patting me on the back, which is just making me feel worse every single time I try and fill someone's thing in. That I'm like, how close am I to anything at this point, you know? Alright, this man may not be the Scottish one as I've been so hardcore about, and he may be one of the English topmen instead. Lewis Walker, by process of elimination. Who'd we get right? Who are the three? Lewis Walker was clubbed by Captain Robert Whitterall. Marbo was torn apart by a terrible beast from New Guinea. Omid was drowned by a terrible beast. We got that one right. Drowned by a terrible beast in that disappearance. Which means the ones that I have felt confident about before are wrong. That was our first 3 complete, and I only recently did those. Which means the ones that we've filled in earlier are all wrong. Even ones that we felt pretty confident about. Oh my god, okay. Like this situation, we don't know yet. I just need to figure out the correct death. I need to figure out the correct death. Like, is it going to be is it some sort of trick question? Because, like, they were framed, but you can't... that isn't how they die. Turns out they're actually alive this whole time. Definitely didn't expire from old age, that's for sure. I wonder if there's anyone that did. Don't know. Alright, well, we've got one of the English ones out of the way, which means there's still... This guy is either... He's either our other English one, or he's our Scottish one. And then this guy was killed by him. What I might actually do is I'm going to do something where I'm going to leave this guy as Timothy and I'm going to leave this guy's name as Nicholas. So whichever one of these is correct when we get our next 3, we will know. We will know. Now, who do you reckon this person is with their important hat? Do you reckon that they're the bosun's mate? Or are they the gunner's mate? They've got to be someone important. The helmsman, the purser, maybe? Duncan McKay. What's the purser again? Glossary. Administrative official accounts for all cargo, value, and trade transactions. A small item store for the crew. Should be able to see him doing his work at some point in this story then, I reckon. Let's see if we can nail down who this guy is. It's in 11 memories. Let's have a look. I know every time I've bookmarked someone, I've just completely failed to actually commit. Because I get distracted and I think about anyone else. Alright. Unholy captives. Very much present. Soldiers of the Sea. Present for when everything's going to shit. And then was torn apart by a terrible beast during the escape at the back. In the officer's mess. I reckon that he could be... Is an unknown officer. Is someone of import. Apparently, I was pretty confident in that. More thinking is required. I think that the best way to do this is to go backwards. I need to go backwards through my chapters again in the same way that we did before. And maybe I find myself at a little bit of a disadvantage, or I've made it harder for myself by fleshing out every single chapter, because I know that when you reach a certain point, there are portraits that unblur themselves when you should be able to deduce who they are. But, you know, we'll see. Now, Abigail calls out for Martin, and I believe that's got to be the person in front of her. So we've got Martin. This man is... Oh, I've said that he's torn apart. Was he torn apart? Or was he strangled? I mean, it doesn't look like he's necessarily being torn apart here. And we don't know... They disappeared in the Doom. But are also involved in a beastly fight that I can't imagine them breaking free from. Interesting. If this guy... I'm going to say that he was strangled by a terrible beast. And I think that this could be... Who did I think it could be? It could be our purser. What else is in this memory? There's not many women aboard. Emily Jackson, Miss Jane Bird, 2 other passengers. And then we've got Abigail. We know who Abigail is. Well, these 2 women that are nearby Abigail must be Emily Jackson and Miss Jane Bird. They've specifically said Miss. I think it's these 2, right? And then this guy's here. Ah. Haha. Dun dun dun. Okay. You are Emily Jackson because you're married. And you are Miss Jane Bird. Okay. Well, I can identify those 2. They're right next to each other. You may be, if that's the case, married. If we've got Emily Jackson, is there someone with the last name of Jackson here as well? Is your husband aboard? Interestingly not. I guess if that was the case, she would have the name set up similar to Abigail, with the middle name as the maiden name. Okay, there's no last name of Jackson, so I do not know. You're Martin. Is anyone up here? Oh yeah, and Willem Dafoe's here. It's got multiple guns. What have I said that this guy is? I said that he's the bosun, but like... And the bosun is... Bosun is... General crew operations and equipment. Officer in training. Tradesmen, mates, serve their supervisor. This person being so close to things, I reckon he could be bosun's mate, potentially. France. Or the gunner's mate. Poland. But it's a guess. It is a guess. We are guessing. I think we've identified you. Alright, well I've got a couple of IDs. Which is good. We can keep going from body to body and work our way backwards once again. Oh god. The way that it transitions back into memories that we've previously been into like that is pretty terrifying. Now we know that this guy was, this one's been identified, so that's okay. Okay, we've got a throwing of guns here between these 2 hatted fellas. Quick, throw me the rifle. What if you're the gunner's mate and you're the gunner, eh? They're both so close to that whole thing. actually. Hang on. Has the gunner already been identified? Yeah, Christian Wolf. That was the gunner, yeah. The gunner's mate be the one in the similar hat. So this guy. Similar hat? Tell me who you are. Could be the gunner's mate. But the gunner's mate could be the guy that's like right next to him, you know? I'm trying to think about position on the ship. And you perished. Oh, this man was shot in the head, weren't they? They were shot with a gun. Actually, I think this could be a good chapter. I think the escape chapter might be able to get us quite a few people to identify, actually, in this like little dance of death that keeps taking place. This might be a good one for us to investigate. Let's do escape. We will head down. Because there's a lot that took place here. This deck, actually, yeah. There's a lot that took place here, so... Oh, hang on. Okay, John Davies. So I believe this guy was shot with a gun by John Davies. We don't know if he's the gunner's mate. Let's start going through these memories. Do I feel very lost? Hell yeah, I do. Hell yeah, I do. So, enough. Captain can't be trusted. Yes, we take ship and sail east. Trade wretched fish and shells for gold. Who's there? Mutiny! It may have been knifed by... He's the gunner's mate. I don't know who this guy is.
Mutiny! Mutiny!
So he's the midshipman. So he might... They're all like of similar appearance over here. So I think this guy's another midshipman. Peter Milroy or Thomas Lanky. He's one of these two. He's an unknown midshipman. So are you. You were blasted by an explosion. Well, we know how you died. He's one of them. Surgeon. Who's this guy with the fancy tie? This person is. This person looks like it. I don't think there's a glasses, but they disappeared. He looks important. I reckon he might be the purser, actually. This one. This guy might be the purser. But we do not know what happened to them. Is there anyone? There shouldn't be anyone that's like blurry at this point. I think everyone is able to be identified. Emily Jackson disappeared in Escape. Escape had a lot of people die. I feel so confident with this one, but it wasn't right. So I want to investigate that. We are definitely going to be jumping all over the place. We are definitely going to be jumping all over the place as I figure out this mess of death. Remember death. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Why did I... Okay. There's such a clear trajectory of the gun coming from there. Oh no. How did I mess that up? How did I mess that up? You were shot by the married one, Emily Jackson. How did I mess that up? Yeah, cool. Man, that was a really silly mistake. 3 more fates correct. Leonid Volkov was shot by Emily Jackson. Hey, Pilder Milroy was blasted by an explosion. He is the gunner's mate. Yes, okay. That's good. That's good. That dude is the gunner's mate. Sat by the gunner. So there was some good deduction there. Took our sweet time. I cannot explain myself in any rational way as to why, for some reason, I thought that guy was shot by the captain. I literally just saw his gun and my brain went, yes, ignoring the very, very obvious trajectory of the gunfire. It was definitely a certified brain fart moment. Certified brain fart moment. Very silly. However, this is why you need to enter the crime scenes multiple times, I think. Multiple times. This way we can get the answers that we need. Now, I think we need to go back into this memory to see if we can identify this poor soul. It begins now, though. This is good.
Last one. Move quick.
So, Leonid stabs this guy. I don't know who this passenger is, but they were killed by Leonid. Unknown passenger. Okay. Is there another Irish fella? These ones are all dressed mighty similar and they all hang out together. These ones. I'm not 100% sure this guy's even Patrick O'Hagan anymore. I'm going to have to go back to the calling chapter to figure that one out. We're definitely going to be bouncing around. Alright. The fact that we've got this one successfully as the gunner's mate is very good. Because now we can confirm that that guy that was knifed by the gunner's mate, we should be able to accurately now identify him as Thomas Lanky. Because he's the other midshipman. So we should have the midshipmans out of here. Feel confident in that one. These are the Chinese topmans. There's 4 of them. 1, 2. Speared by a terrible beast. Perished in the calling. Interesting. Okay. They're in 3 memories and they perished in the escape part 2. So, first memory. Oh, this is interesting. They appear here. Okay. Well, that gives me nothing. Okay. What was their second memory? They were also present in the Doom. Oh, is this the person that was near... This is the person that was near the women. Because they tried to escape with them. It doesn't really... It doesn't tell me much. All our passengers are already crossed out. So he must be one of the seamen. Do you reckon he's one of the Russian ones? Maybe this crew, maybe this is a Russian crew. Alas, that would be me just guessing. That would be me just guessing. This is definitely difficult, to say the least. Like, this is very difficult. I'll tell you that much. I do not feel like a clever man playing this game at all. Not at all. Oh shit, that's that guy. Oh shit, that's this guy. Damn. Well, they didn't... Oh, they were not strangled by a beast at all. They were torn apart by a terrible beast and then died. And I reckon that this person, if not the gunner's mate, was potentially the bosun? Yeah. Nice. Okay. 3 more fates correct. Who we got? Alright. Alfred was torn apart by a terrible beast. Huang Li, we've got one of the topmen that was electrocuted, sorry. And Thomas Lanky, the midshipman, was knifed by the gunner's mate. We are solving them. We are eliminating suspects. We're getting closer and closer as a result, which is good. Okay. We're working our way down this list. We're working our way down. But there's definitely better ones here. Okay. Perished in the calling. How can we go to accessible only through another corpse? Yeah, I need to go through. How did we access the calling? How did we get there? I think you have to, it's the one, the ones that are on... Oh yeah, it's the bodies that are on the surface. On the deck here. I need to get out through this door. Yeah, jumping through this timeline in the most unorthodox way possible. Because as soon as I get a thought in my brain, I'm like, wait, let's try. Okay. Burned to death. Shot. And clawed. So these are 3 confirmed deaths. But I need to use these to go back to the calling. Now. Who is this person? That's Edward Nichols. I need to go back further. I need more bodies. Okay, so... If this guy's not Patrick O'Hagan that they're referring to, it could potentially be this guy that's Patrick O'Hagan instead. O'Hagan? Could it possibly be you? Is this an Irishman, potentially? I wouldn't have called you for an Irishman, which means who the hell are you? You were strangled, but who the hell are you? I have no idea what Sierra Leone, I have no idea. Could you be Lars Lind? Could you be Dutch? Sorry, not Dutch. Why did I say Dutch? Is Denmark Dutch? No, Denmark is Danish, isn't it? And then Dutch is elsewhere. Potentially Danish. I'm just going to say unknown, because I do not know. You might be O'Hagan. Speared by a terrible beast. You were burned. You're dead. Who's this? There's someone that we know was spiked. One of the gunners.
Keep rowing!
Russian.
Where is it? There! Something there! I see it! Give us a weapon! Shoot it! Mike and I! Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
Okay, hold on. God, there's such a mixture here. Mother of God. Who's the one saying Mother of God? I would say the one that's not getting speared in the face would say Mother of God. So this has got to be a Russian. But who is the question? One of these two. And they disappeared. God damn, they disappeared. I would say that they would have drowned by a terrible beast. Reckon they drowned? The unknown ones kill me because I'm like, God damn it. Alright.
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
休假，你稳住好冇？
我冇问题，但是伊个想啊，绝对袂当互伊流到水底。
那是遐个怪物出现，你绝对卖起来。
I shut it up.
This is strange news. The monsters!
Could these both be the Russians together? They potentially both be Russians. This guy could be Alexei. This guy could be Marcus, maybe. But then we don't know if this person drowned because he just disappeared. They could be the two Russians together. Ugh, who the hell is this guy? Who's this guy that got strangled? Sierra Leona. I wanna like... I don't know if that's a... Sierra Leona. Is a country in West Africa. It's a country in West Africa. Okay. God, this is gonna be an interesting journey. Is there anyone in here that I reckon that we could identify? You know how all of these ones died? And I think this one was our potential Indian crew, because I think all of these are our three. This is our Indian crew, but the problem is I just don't know their names. So we're essentially just kind of randomizing their names. They are one of them. I just hate that we are in a situation where it's like, in terms of knowing their names, that's the problem. There's also a Indian ship steward as well. What happened to dear old Martin? Ah, Martin does not have a Martin does not have a death yet. It appears in many a memory, but does not have a death. I think this guy is Finley Dalton, the helmsman, because he's holding on to the wheel, which is right here. Is that the wheel? Isn't this a strange location for the wheel. That doesn't feel right to me. Cause like usually would it not be here? But apparently on this ship it do be here. And it's such an interesting design. I at first, my brain just immediately thought that this was like some sort of anchor type deal, but I know that usually like the anchor is like, well, something else. Like, I think this is the anchor thing, right? You put the things in the, and then you get a bunch of people and you'll go in a circle and that brings the anchor up. I think that's the anchor thing. But seeing the wheel in such a weird spot made me think of this being like an anchor type deal. But unless that man just had his hand on the wheel, I feel like it's pretty good to say that this guy is Finley Dalton with the hand on the wheel. Disappeared in the Doom, which is always great because you go, were they drowned by the beast during this point as well? Or did they make it out? Are they alive? Painful. I reckon we at least know their name. It's just their fate that will probably elude us for a time. I guess something that we should be able to do here is identify people based on who they are, you know what I mean? Like Alfred Klestel, our bosun, was torn apart by a beast, but his mate seems more than likely that it would be a character that would be like hanging around near them. Perished in the Doom. They were clubbed by an unknown attacker. Oh, hang on. Over my dead body, you bloody Dane. Is he referring as like bloody Dane? Yeah, how's that? There's no cause for trouble getting the boat. Thought I'd forget you killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The ropes. It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing. Okay. This is specifically tied to another death. And when did this happen? This happened during the Doom. Killed your brother. Okay. Which means I need to see on the crew list I need to see some same last names. There's just so many names here that it's hard to be like, which one? Oh, here we go. Hang on. Nathan Peters, Samuel Peters. We've got 2 Peters. We have 2 Peters. It's annoying that I can't click on these. Well, I mean, that makes sense. Okay. Why, as soon as I get to the right page, do I go right off of it? Alright. I want to go to this memory. So, the corpse is here. Okay.
Over my dead body, you bloody Dane.
You bloody Dane. So would this be Denmark? If he's referred to as a Dane, if he's like the Danishman? And then...
Cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Before I forget, you killed my brother.
You killed my brother. Now this guy disappeared in the Doom. So it seems that he's alive and he will be wherever this location is, wherever we are in this chapter. So the Doom is... Ooh, it's kind of split. I'd say the Canary Islands would be kind of like a safe bet. So we'd say that this guy is alive in the Canary Islands, and he's one of the Peters brothers. Samuel Peters or Nathan Peters. I want to say that this is Nathan Peters. But his brother... Now that I'm not sure about, but they would have to look similar. This guy's in 15 memories. And then I need to identify his brother. I wonder if he... Okay, so he was present in this one. I wonder if he would be near his brother down here. So if we go down to the gun deck...
That sort of thing. Nice.
I shouldn't have waited so long. Don't.
Yes, this is the guy with all the books. This is definitely like the finance man. Alright, so we've identified him as the purser, but it looks like he could also be alive in the Canary Islands too. No idea about this guy. I'm going with them all deciding to be alive in the Canary Islands. But it seems that we're in a situation where these are a lot of just our seamen leaving. Seems like he's an English fella. But I don't want to I don't know yet. I feel like this could be our Danish fella based on Bloody Dane, and this is one of the Peters brothers, but I need to go back into an earlier memory downstairs. I believe it's a body that's like in a hammock that I want to check out. Hang on, a bit of cold, I think. Yeah, on the gun deck. Where are we currently? All up deck. I need to be one above. This game makes me feel very pea-brained. Oh no, it is on the all-up deck, down there. Let's go from here. Get a cold one of 3. Okay.
Sayed Ruto! Good feel!
Ooh, hold on a second. Whoa, whoa! This is massive information, man. Excuse me, hang on. These are hello numbers. Hello numbers. Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, nice. Okay, we now know who they are based on their numbers. Hell yes. Okay. 54. 51. Okay, we can now name these people. Oh, that's great. That's hilarious. Okay. Good. Okay. These should all be succumbing to the tragic illness. You're not in your bed. Which means you... Which number? 53. Oh, this is great. I came here for something else. But I got crucial information. 3 more fates correct. Crucial information. We get names. Instead of brute forcing it, we actually found the number tags. Okay, that changes many things. Finley Dalton was drowned by a beast. We actually got one of the disappearances. And he was the helmsman. Yo, let's go. Okay. Now I'm gonna name you. I guess by literal process of elimination, in terms of naming here, you are the final one. Abraham Akbar was crushed by a loose cannon. Okay. Ooh. The number on the tag is a great clue. It's now time for us to need to like visually dive deeper, you know? Yeah, okay. Damn. What makes this really annoying is we have numbers, but they're sleeping. They're covered. Is this supposed to be a clue? Oh, you gotta be shitting me if this is supposed to be a clue. The shoe? How am I supposed to identify people based on their, like, heavily pixelated shoes? Oh, man. This does change so much in terms of being able to identify all these people now they've seen these silly little numbers. Oh, okay. Damn. Alright, we're now entering a point where there's so much like visual clues. And I think what's important to recognize is we've intentionally and purposefully gone through most of the game so far, filling out the chapters to then explore them later. And then we've gone through a moment of being overwhelmed with everything. And now we are going back through these memories and trying to observe the details and actually analyzing these as crimes. Now, we're not actually able to see this person, but they are number 37. And 37 on our, we can at least, what we can do now is we can refer to our list here, number 37, and go back to our crew. So this person's sleeping. Number 37 is Timothy. Okay, this is our Scottish one with lady friend tattooed on his arm. God damn. Ah, 3 empty bunks and you're all playing. Okay. This is good. I'll be able to identify these people based on their bunks. Now this is... Yes, because you're Leonid. This is our Russian crew. Okay. We've got some Russians. Okay. You can only see... There we go. 45, 46... Oh man, there's so many details in this one room. It's actually crazy. All right, dude with the pipe is in the calling, and they're smoking. And that's this one. That's this guy. So you are number 47. We can now identify these people. Okay, 47 is Alexei. Was drowned by a terrible beast. Okay. And there was a friend with him, but I don't think that this one is Russian. In that calling chapter. You are unknown. You're Leonid, and you're already out. Which means, by process of elimination, Leonid is... Let's find out. Who is Leonid in this list of people? I guess this is going to be Alarcus. Disappeared in the calling. Oh, okay. So you're also out here. Well, should we say that they were both drowned by a terrible beast? Oh, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Alexei? Yes, cool. Okay. Oh, this chapter is now, this became so much more important once we saw the fucking number tags on the bed, man. Okay. That feels good. That feels very good. What annoys me though is there's so many people to identify here based on their numbers, but it's like literally shoes. All right. Oh, and then there are people out here that I can't see yet. I might have to look into a different part of this story. All right. Let's identify who we think is our Scotsman. Now, we want to look at like particularly tattoos on the arm type deal. Now, I thought it could potentially be this guy. Okay. Someone who's got a lady tattooed on their arm, and I guess I need to search through... There's part of me that's like hoping that it would be someone has captured it in the drawing, you know, and I'd be able to see it. But I think we're going to have to go through the memories. Okay. Now Scotsman has a lady tattoo. Alright, we've got our Russians. Okay. Actually, another thing that we could probably deduce from here is we've got the Indians together. We have the Russians together. Which means based on numbers of people, we may be able to also find out who the rest are. Like, our Scotsman being here at number 37... means that, well, okay, we've already got people that we've identified, like 36 and stuff. This is such a important room. It's such an important room. All right, we managed to get multiple fates in here, and that makes me very happy. Who's 58? Okay, so Patrick O'Hagan. Oh, this, okay. Oh, God, how am I supposed to identify you based off a fucking shoe, man? Alright, we're trying to get into the nitty-gritty of the detective work now. Details in this. Alright, this area is clear. We've identified them. This is exciting, but also at the same time, I'm like, there's so many of these legs and shoes. They all look the same. They all look the same. I'm happy with that though, in terms of that discovery. because it's gotten us a few fates. That's good, that's good, that's good. Okay. The only problem is it means that these people that we've decided to label as being like alive in the Canary Islands is not a thing. Because they could be alive somewhere else, somewhere nearby. The other thing is you could just kind of be like, I don't know, they're in the West Indies, we don't know. But they've escaped. The disappeared crew is always the hardest ones to nail down. Actually, they're trying to leave during the Doomed chapter, aren't they? And I think that they disappeared in the Doom... It was a Doom conclusion, but... Hang on. That memory in the Doom is before everything goes to shit. They like just get out of there right at the beginning. And then the beast comes through. So either these people escaped, either these people escaped. I reckon it's Nathan. Or they were drowned by the beast as well because of the fact that the Kraken comes in like right after. I don't know who this guy is though. And Nathan Peters. Yep, they were drowned. They were drowned by the beast. Well done. So they're in the chapter with the Kraken. Okay, Duncan McKay, the purser, was drowned by a beast. Lars Lind, our Danish man, and Nathan Peters was drowned by a terrible beast. Bop, bop. Nice. Deduction. All right, this is good. This is good. Which means, because we know that that guy is Nathan, his brother, which we don't know who he is, but his brother, who's also in a completely different point on the... He's like the 60th guy. We don't know who he is. Because that's... I don't know if he'd be hanging out with his brother, because I think this is a... This might... but it might be. All right. Oh, hang on. Oh, with the rope. Yeah. Oh, no shit. Yeah, this is Samuel Peters. Crushed with the falling cargo, you killed my brother with the ropes. Right. Duh. That ties it all together from the first chapter. Okay, this is 100% correct. Samuel Peters was crushed by falling cargo. Nice. Okay. This guy is clearly not Patrick O'Hagan. I've had him here for ages. I've had this one for ages and it's not correct. Which means Patrick O'Hagan must be the guy that I thought it was before, which is this guy. I swear. I swear. One of them is O'Hagan. There's someone in this stupid calling chapter that is Patrick O'Hagan, and for some reason I haven't been able to identify it, which is hilarious to me. Let's identify this fucking guy. We need to identify this guy. This is good. We've had a lot of confirmed fates, and I think what's really good is we've only had to do some sort of process of elimination and guesswork a little bit, but not massively, which is nice. We've actually been able to get some genuine answers, which is really exciting. All right, we're going to go back to the calling. So the Russians were on this boat. Actually, this guy could be O'Hagan. Oh shit, actually, it could be this guy. This guy could be our O'Hagan. He might be our Irishman. He's the only other one we haven't been able to identify out of these two. That could be it. Which means who the fuck is everyone else? Who is this guy? Because I was like, I don't think this guy's Irish at all. I think this guy is one of the Chinese ones because he was translating for the what is it? The Formosa royalty. Which means it could be one of the top men that did not die in the Doom chapter. So he's one of these three. He's one of these three. He's Li Hong. He's Li Hong. Well done. 3 more fates correct. Okay, let's see. Li Hong was speared by a terrible beast. Samuel Peters was crushed by falling cargo, and I think Patrick O'Hagan, yes, was spiked by a terrible beast. Okay. O'Hagan was in the other boat. O'Hagan was in the other boat. All right. This has been a good chapter of this playthrough. Both that I have felt so mentally challenged and very, very stupid, but then it has started to happen. We're seeing the details, we're looking at the dialogue, and the red string is highlighting in our brain. The nerve endings are connecting, and it's so actually genuinely satisfying to be jumping between these chapters and going, this is connected here, this is revealed here, and it's starting. And at that point in time, this is going to be where we bring this episode to a close. But you see this is what I was talking about. This sort of thing here, this shining, pulsating thing, when we're on the ship, we can see something like this in the distance. So I'm not sure what the deal is here, but it's something. It's something to think about. I think this is connected, but we will be searching more, discovering more fates, finding more answers, filling out this book next time. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Obra Dinn. I hope it's not too frustrating. I genuinely hope my eureka and good moments are worth the struggle of, come on, man, it's so obvious or something, you know? Like, I know that this is a really difficult game and I'm actually being challenged quite a lot and I'm struggling to be like, oh my God, I'm on camera right now. I'm being really silly trying to figure this out. It's like if you're a detective and you're trying to like solve a case, but you've got like everyone over your shoulder being like, come on, man, come on. It's so obvious who did it. And that's the pressure I'm feeling. I'm feeling the pressure. But I'm at least trying to reassure myself that I got this far. I got this far so far, and we'll see what happens next time. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time for more Obra Dinn.